In part 1, we finally left Hong Kong for China mainland and spent the first 4 days in Yangshu. We did some pretty awesome activities and some other more weird ones. Anyway, welcome to the second part of this China series in which we travel to Chengdu next. Arrived at the train station, our tour guide was already waiting for us with a weird little toy.
Please just stay within the group and just follow my pickle. No, that doesn't sound right, does it? Just follow Pickle Rick.
I'm a pickle! I'm Pickle Rick!
Okay, I'm a big nerd. I love the show, so I had to include that. Good morning guys, welcome to the second chapter of this China trip. But this morning we are in the breeding center of Panda, a panda breeding center, and we're gonna check out those big fat pandas. I've never seen a panda and they are so cute. But our guide, Kid, seemed unimpressed.
If you think those pandas are cute, you're wrong. After here, we're gonna see some real cute pandas. It's a newborn baby from this year. So right now it's about 4 months.
Oh,
They are the really cute one, like a fluffy meatball actually.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
Of course, everybody wanted to see the puppies. Now I understand why.
Oh my
That was so hectic. That was so hectic. All right, recording. Good. Okay, a couple of steps how to make fun of tourists. Step 1, make a very weird noise. Step 2, point at something and then look. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, and it works. We then continued the visit and even got to see some red pandas. It was actually very interesting to learn how most of the women that gave birth to, they have a chance of 50% to give birth to twins, but they only take care of one because they just don't have enough nutrition and energy to grow two pandas. So here in the breeding process they can actually give the possibility to both panda to live. So it's actually very interesting to learn about that. And of course pandas are an extinction animal. I feel like in 2019 every animal is in extinction, and they're doing a lot of work here to protect these animals. So well, it was really nice, and I finally got to see a a panda. And now we're heading back to the hostel, having lunch, and we will have a Mandarin lesson with our guide, which should be pretty fun. And after that we have actually the afternoon pretty much chilling time, and we are heading to an opera tonight. So yeah, see you later.
Shit. Not shit.
Exactly. So for thank you, shit, just think as shit, but there's no T in the end of it. So instead of us say shit, just shit.
After the Mandarin lesson, we went to see an opera, which is totally different from what I was used to see. Now look closely on their mask.
Alright guys, over and out. What a show. Totally different from opera back home, but definitely a lot of fun. The best was for me for sure the end. There was these guys dancing and they were changing masks, and you couldn't really see it how they changed. It was super interesting, and there was fire, and also the comedy guy. The guy was so funny. What's going on, guys? Last day here in Chengdu. We are going to explore the city. We're going to have a walk in the city, check out the square, check out temples, check out the park. It's going to be a lot of activities for a really ultimate day here before leaving tomorrow for Xi'an. But yeah, let's check out the city, explore a bit, and I'll show you a little bit how one of the biggest city in China looks like, because there's 17 million people living in the city, just in the city, guys. So let's go.
We first started with a temple tour and learned about Buddhism. The goal of Buddhism is to overcome suffering caused by desire, attachment of the ego, and the ignorance of the true nature of reality. And Kid is a follower of this practice.
Alright, we just finished the tour of the temple, and it was actually really nice because I've done a lot of temples in Japan, but it's, you know, if you don't have a guide, you just look at stuff again. And having Kid, our tour guide, explaining us everything was pretty interesting, and we actually learned a lot about Buddhism, which I'm very interested. So a couple of next books they're gonna buy is about Buddhism. And yeah, now we're going to our next stop, which I don't know what it is. Let's find out. Next, we're checking out the big plaza here in Chengdu, which has an enormous statue of Mao Zedong. And one thing which is really interesting, we are in 2019 and it's exactly 70 years since Mao Zedong founded the new Republic of China.
He was the founding father of what China today is. A controversial figure, Mao is regarded as one of the most important individuals in the 20th century.
Well, unfortunately, this museum looks really nice, but everything is in Chinese. They have some little small part in English, but not enough for me to get really interested, because just looking at stuff is just boring. And the view, I thought the view was gonna be good, but even the view is, yeah, it is what it is.
We then continue to a very historical park.
For all the soldiers died in World War II. So in World War II, we're fighting against with the Japanese. We totally have around 16 million people who join the army to defend our country, but in the end, there's less than 10% of it make it back home.
Wow.
In the end, and just from this province. For all the soldiers sacrifice their life to defend our country. And then we
Did you hear that? 60 million people and only 10% came back home. That's like 6 million people who survived. Anyway, if you've seen my Japan series, you already know that I'm a history nerd. This definitely blew my mind.
So Kid just explained to us that there is a place here in the park where you can do old school, put a CV, basically a profile, a dating profile, and that's the parents of the person that are doing this, just to find someone that matches to their children. So what we are gonna do is we can read it, but we're just gonna look around, take one, and Kid's gonna tell us which of one of us has the best match. So let's find out. So Faye, find me the girls of my dream.
Okay,
please.
let's do it. They're all very tall.
No, I don't want a tall girl. She should be less than 1m73.
73.
Yeah, less, but that's gonna be easy.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here's your dream woman.
here you go. Find her. Let's take a photo and let's find out who she really is. Faye, hook me up with a guy first. Thank you so much.
I don't know what you're into.
None of my business. It's none of my business.
Seriously, this is no joke, but let's find out what girl I picked.
David, what you find today is she is 90. No, she's not 94. She's born in the year 94.
Good, that's very good.
25 and 1.68 years old.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Graduate from college,
Oh,
working for a national company as like a finance. Pretty, good looking, have apartment.
yes, sir. That's good.
Looking for someone never married before and also graduate from college.
Oh,
And at
screwed.
least 1.75 years old, good personality, have a steady job, have an apartment.
Well, I guess she's not the one. We then saw these people playing a game with this strange thing. Kid explained to us the proper way to hit the thing/ball, and we decided to at least make 10 in a row. Will we make it?
Oh yes.
Saving that one. That was amazing.
Bodhi, what happened?
Oh, we got 10.
Alright, we're heading back to the hostel. What a really cool last day here in Chengdu. I absolutely loved the temple, learning about Buddhism, everything. And the middle of the day, the museum, I need to understand what's going on, and there was just not enough information to really enjoy it. But the park was so hilarious, seeing the people dancing around, and especially it was afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, and there were so many people in this park, like, whoa. And at the end playing that game, I don't even know how it's called, but it was just super funny to try to reach the 10 with the group, and we made it. We're going back to the hostel and we're gonna enjoy some hot pot. It's a very traditional dish here in China. And yeah, next stop is Xi'an. On the road again.
So we left Chengdu and took the next train for one of the 4 great ancient capitals of China called Xi'an.
What is going on, guys? Day 1 here in Xi'an. We had a chilled morning, we could do whatever we wanted, so I decided to rest at the hostel, read a book, have a good coffee. Sometimes you need to rest, it's very important, especially if you're doing a tour with a lot of activities. But today's activity, we are going to go on a bike tour on the wall. There is a very old wall here. So we're starting with this activity, which should be super fun.
Xi'an is one of the biggest cities of China, counting just a little bit more than 12 million people. Arrived at the wall, our tour guide Lucy gave us some facts about Xi'an city walls.
Alright, this is the part where we're renting the bikes, and it's absolutely beautiful here, guys. Wow, what a great day to bike here, and I'm excited to do the whole wall and see every angle of this beautiful place. Everyone looks very fashionable.
If I can get it
Sasha
on.
with her yellow one. So pretty. Fortunately, Bodhi can't go with the skate. Unfortunately. The pavement is not really good. So it's time for biking.
Time for cycling, my favorite thing.
Alright, helmet on, bikes ready. Switch to the GoPro right now. Alright guys, have a good ride. Man, and it's huge. You have enough space. I was going to crash into this guy. Hey, what's up? Hello. Alright, this is Eva, our newest member. She joined us in Toulouse. How dare you? Where is your helmet? Nah, rebellion right there, rebellion. Alright. Dragon crew, roll out.
Oh, you went in the
That was probably one of the highlights on this trip. And then Bodhi decided to land a special trick on his skateboard. I admired his perseverance.
Has to be one of my favorite activities during this dragon trip. It's just the perfect day. The lighting is incredible. It looks like it's always sunset, but it's just very mystical, and the light is just a little bit red. That's the beauty of traveling. Doing stuff like this just makes me so happy, guys. And I wish you could experience that once. It's really good to be alive. Really good.
Facts. You will never regret traveling, especially now that it's clear that traveling isn't always granted, so never postpone an opportunity to see the world.
Okay guys, last day here in Xi'an. We are going to check out the Terracotta warriors. These are human-sized warriors and I'm very excited because this is one thing that I really wanted to see here in China, and we're gonna learn all about the history, and of course I'm taking you with me and gonna learn all together. Why are there human-sized warriors?
2 buses and 1 hour later we arrived. Oh yeah, by the way, this is Celine. She also joined the group in Chengdu. The Terracotta Army is a collection of terracotta, which is clay, sculpture dated from the first dynasty of China. This army was discovered only 50 years ago, and they only discovered 1%. It's quite intimidating seeing all these warriors in front of you.
So why there is an army made of clay, the terracotta? Well, the first emperor of China believed that there is a life after death, so he wanted to be protected. So he built an army, and it took him 33 years to build the whole army. And like I said at the beginning, you just see 1% here, and they only found 10% in total. So I don't know how they found out that there is more than 10%. I don't have all the facts, but just this is already mind-blowing.
And let's not talk about putting the pieces back together. I don't even know how they have the time for this. That's all from Xi'an. We said goodbye to our awesome guide Lucy and took a 6-hour bus for Shaolin. But that's it for this episode. In the next chapter, like I said, we travel to Shaolin, learn some Kung Fu, and then take our first overnight train for the capital Beijing, which was kinda stressful.
Are we gonna make it? Very tired to film. It's just too much.
And finally end up in Hangzhou, right in front of Shanghai. Thank you so much for watching the second part of my China series. Don't forget to like and comment, this really helps the channel to grow. That being said, I see you in the next one.